Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we'll begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun, or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, Joyce. Joyce. Hi, guys. Hi, Mary Jane. Hi, Snot Rocket. Hi, Nana Banana. Carol freaking Claus. Hi, Crime Crochet Coiffee. I was going through MJ withdrawals. My sister lives in Buck, Oklahoma. Is that even a place? With no signal and no Wi Fi. Oh, no. Hi, Rebecca Stam. It's my first time in an MJ chat. Looking forward to meeting everyone. Well, welcome. We're very happy to have you with us, Rebecca. Hi, Misbehaving, Just Jen, Lunch Lady, Jessie Lynn, Christina Harlot, People May, Eddie, Shelly Bean. Let me see. We have Yo Adrian, Destination New York, Kelly B. We have Lori, Artesia, Black Swan, The Shiznits, Stacy Bobasi, Mark Klein, Mia B, Samantha, Lexi's 87, Tiffany, Simply Complex, Amy 55. We have, let me see, Crime Curious. In the house, we have Shacto, Trio Girl Mom, Meta Mom. We have a few moms. Lunch Lady. We have JM's. Let me see. JC. Aaron Davies. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Shaq. Okay. I'm trying to see like if there's anybody I missed. Hi, Jenny Bailey, Secret Squirrel. JMs. I think I pretty much got everyone. Megan Hulick, Crime Watch Lover. Oop. Okay, I'm just gonna jump down now. Welcome. Oh, hello, Tiffany Hennessy. Nothing Angel. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We're happy to have you part of the channel. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, Rebecca, that's awesome. Hi, Katrina. I hope you had a lovely, lovely Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Tammy Gull. Welcome, guys. I know, right? Calling me Snack Rocket. Oh, Michelle Lee. So welcome, guys. How are you? Hi, Mr. Pinto. I would love to discuss the Crime Curious card with you. Oh my God. Yeah, you guys. So Crime Curious is officially getting the Crime Curious card. And shout out to B Crumbs. B Crumbs last night during my live was like, yo, Crime Curious posted. Crime Curious posted the jail files to her website. And I was like, thank you. So we are, if you're confused, please don't be confused. Let me explain. This is episode 1 to the jail files, which is not the same as the case files. They are separate. It is a separate series. The case files is the files that were used and the documents through the investigation. And I'm still going to be doing episodes. So if you see the case files of Letecia Stauch, episode 15, do not be confused of the jail files, okay? This is the jail files, episode 1. The jail files focuses on incident reports and what Letecia has been up to while inside the facilities. The Jens and Allie have been going through these. So I just have made them 2 separate series. So please don't get confused with the numbers of the episodes and stuff like that. And they're 2 separate playlists. So the case files of Letecia Stauch and the jail files of Letecia Stauch are 2 separate series. And just want to clarify that for anybody who, perfect. If you're walking away confused, perfect. I did my job. All right, that's it. Have a great night. I'll talk to you all later. Of course. No, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. And I honestly, we know that there's creators out there who literally will collect money from their members and subscribers to get all of the files and then plaster their watermark all over it and refuse to let anybody use it, which is mind-boggling to me. But unlike that person, these amazing creators post it publicly for all to use, and they're shout out to them because they're just seriously amazing. So this is episode 1 of the jail files, and if you think Letecia was putting on a performance, if you think Letecia stopped her shenanigans once she was behind bars, you are mistaken. This is another aspect of it that is fascinating to me because I have questioned, oh, okay. So did Letecia kind of like perform? Was she in that mental state with the lack of sleep, under the influence, whatever contributed to her being in that state of mind? well, obviously, once she was no longer able to either had access to the medication, once she got on a normal sleep schedule, and once there was no need to lie anymore, she would certainly not continue to be up to her normal shenanigans, right? Wrong. Wrong. Because what is it? Crime Curious, like 2,000 pages of these jail files. That, oh my goodness, Letecia up in this jail, and she is getting into incidents, and she is having the peanut butter threats, and she is toilet talking up in here, and she is doing what Tisha does best, and that is just getting into shenanigans. Okay, 2,294 pages of Letecia. Letecia doing what Letecia does best. Misbehaving, thank you so much. I missed the memo. What happened to the case files after episode 10? I was on 22 last week when it was late. It's hard to make you repeat feel better. Thank you so much. And I will explain. So, YouTube, well, it's not just YouTube, Google Ads, the monetization part of YouTube, which partners with Google AdSense, revised their policies and stuff, and they got much more strict. And so, with their policies and guidelines, and a lot of channels were getting demonetized left and right like crazy. And so, as a preventative measure, I felt more comfortable taking a lot of content down that I even had to question, as far like you could lose your monetization. It's this thing called reused content. Reused content is not the same as copyright, guys. It's completely separate. It's not, oh, I'm playing somebody else's work. No, reused content could be your own work. If I wanted to pull up my live from yesterday and play my live from yesterday, I could lose my entire monetization from reused content. So it's separate from copyright. It's not a matter of copyright. It's two separate issues. So if I even had to question, or if I felt even in the slightest, am I unsure about this? I just pulled it down, because the way I looked at it is it's not worth it. I've worked way too hard on my channel, and I rely too much on my channel. And so I pulled it. And so since I pulled a lot of episodes, my numbers were out of sequence. So whatever episodes I had left up, I had to renumber them. And so you were on episode like 22, but because I pulled half of them, I had to renumber them. And so now they're up to like 15. And so I understand that the numbers probably messed you up, and I apologize for that. But whatever was pulled, I am going back and I am re-uploading them. Like in the past two lives, I pulled documents back up that I had gone over previously, but that have got pulled down, so that they are still existing and that they're not lost. But I apologize for the confusion, and I apologize that it kind of got chaotic there, but I care too much about my channel to even risk it, and I wanted to be safe. And yeah, so, but moving forward, it shouldn't be an issue. Now I have a very good idea of what the guidelines are, and so I know what to do and what to avoid, and so it, shouldn't be an issue. Hey, Meat Feets. Yo, I thought today was going to be the day. I thought today was going to be the day that I was going to wake up and I was going to be like, the sun's shining, in the morning, we're making waffles. And no, it's not. It's not today. Oh yeah, Crab Curious. We said your name 3 times yesterday, but you didn't appear. Do you know if they ever got the results from the hi, under review, you as well. I hope you had an amazing holiday. Do you know if they ever got the results for the liquid that they tested from the Camelback bags, that they believe that it may have been the Epsom salt or medications that Letecia poisoned Gannon with? And I am so sorry to be sniffling in your guys' ears. I know it's nasty. Yeah, I didn't either, but we had to double check with you. Okay, so yeah, I don't think anything ever came from it. I know they sent it to the MCL. I would assume they got it tested at the private lab. You have to remember the Metro Crime Lab and the CBI, the CBL could not test for Epsom salt. They did not have the ability to test for Epsom salt, but they did have the ability to test for medications, regular drug presence in the liquid. And so they went with the Metro Crime Lab because it had a quicker, like they were able to do it in a more timely manner. But in order to get it tested for the magnesium sulfate, which is the Epsom salt, they had to go through a private lab. As far as that, we never heard back from results. But okay. So, with that being said, and I'm not done with the case files. So, even though we're starting the jail files, we're going to be continuing with the case files because I still have some documents to go through with that. So, just keep that in mind. But here we go. This is episode 1 of the jail files of Letecia Stauch. I'm very excited. Shout out to the Jens and Allie for getting these. These girls are awesome. I will be dropping their links. Everything's available on Crime Curious's website. So let's start. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm so excited. Okay. And what I love about it too is seeing the pictures. They include the pictures. And they're good quality pictures too. So not only do you have the incidents, you have the photos that are taken too. Okay. So Okay. Whew. All right, let me just. Oh, I could just type that in. Perfect. Bam. Here we go. All right. So. Yeah, but they found destination. What we're talking about is in the Camelback bags at the house, they found liquid contents and they were testing the liquid contents because they believed that Letecia may have been drugging Gannon with that liquid. And so they were trying to test, was she using Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate, or was she using drugs in that liquid? Hello, Joyce. She does have an amazing website. Here, I don't know if it drops with my link. So here, let me drop her link with it, which is the easiest website. But there it is. Crime Curious probably knows. I was about to say Crime Curious. Do you know what the levels were that Gannon had of hydrocodone in his system at the time of his passing? Because unfortunately, I am in under 2 devices because my laptop still won't let me in on StreamYard, so I can't use my phone to navigate and pull up anything the way I normally would. Welcome, love baby animals. Thank you so much for joining. We're so happy to have you part of the channel. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it was always very interesting to me that this hike and how many times it was brought up. It was part of Letecia's narrative and it was always invoked as being important. Shadiness as always. Well, put a 1 in the chat if you thought that she was going to. I know that, and I'm not saying that I think this, but I've heard people say that Letecia was planning on how do I say? Letecia was planning on sabotaging that hike with a really bad accident. Put a 1 in the chat if you are somebody who theorized that Letecia was going to have something go horribly wrong at that hike. Whether it was potentially pushing Gannon to where there was an accident, something along those lines. Ooh, see, there's a bunch of 1s already. There's a lot of people who theorize that something was supposed to go wrong at that hike. See, so many 1s. Wow. You do, Jessie Lynn? See, yeah. Hi, Tree Baby Tennessee. You too, Claus? Yeah, see, everyone does. Interesting. And then, so for all of you people who think that something was supposed to go wrong, what do you think happened? Do you think it was supposed to be an accident? Do you think the end result was supposed to be death? Do you think she was supposed to be a hero? Epsom salt could be used for constipation. Letecia has a fetish with all things poop. She's just nasty. Yeah, that's true. She really does have a booty fetish. She does. Hey, Zork. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Yeah, we were supposed to on Tuesday, but we're going to push it to next Tuesday. So other people took pics, so she couldn't go through with it. Interesting. So Harley originally was at work when Letecia started to clean up, and Lena arrived home first. This is the interesting part. So Lena arrived home. It's a very tight timeline. It's a very, very, very tight timeline. And when you think about the injuries that Gannon sustained, Lena, okay, it's blunt force trauma, stabbing, a lot of stabbing, trigger warning, but a lot of stabbing, and gunshots. Now, I know a lot of people think that there's a possibility maybe the gunshots didn't occur at home versus at the lake, where his bodies would ultimately be dumped for a period of time. But it's a lot of injuries for a short period of time because Letecia and Gannon didn't arrive back at the residence that much earlier than Lena arrived home from school on the bus. So my point is, it's a lot of, I'm not saying it takes a long time to kill somebody, but it is, yes, point at lever. So, but she would have just, in my opinion, she would have just gotten done with the act itself as Lena arrived to the door. Like, I think she would have just gotten done, no cleanup started. And Lena arrived home from school, and she would have greeted Lena at the door. And Letecia would have said, go outside, ride the bike. And Lena did. Lena took Gannon's bike, and she started riding. And in that period of time, Letecia starts to clean. Clean. Then Harley arrives home a little while later. She comes in for 10 minutes. And when she comes in, Lena comes in. She testified at trial. She never went downstairs where her room is. Keep in mind, that's where her room is. Now, there is footage of Harley arriving home. She goes inside. Her and Lena goes inside for 10 minutes. before they go back out, and you see Harley and Lena get into Harley's Jetta, and then they leave for the Dollar Tree to go pick up carpet cleaning items. That is the entire period that Letecia was cleaning. In that period of time, Letecia not only was cleaning, but she put Gannon's body and the comforter and the pillow in the suitcase, and then put the suitcase in the storage room. But here's the problem, and one of the things we'll never know. Harley testified that she never went downstairs when she got home during those 10 minutes. Yet there's footage of her. We can see her arrive home. When she arrives home, she's in her Massage Envy uniform. 10 minutes later, when she leaves the house, she's not in that. She's in a different sweatshirt. Now, does that mean 100% she had to go downstairs in the basement where her room was to get that sweatshirt? No. We all know that you could have a sweatshirt laying around. It could be in the laundry room. It could have been in the living room. But defense pushed her hard, implying that you went downstairs. You know you went to your room to get changed. You were wearing different clothes. I think that there's a good chance that she had a sweatshirt laying somewhere on the ground floor or in the laundry room, but I'm just putting forward what was presented at trial. Calvel, well, we're happy to have you here with us. So that is when Letecia was cleaning. I don't think Harley helped her clean up. I actually don't, Pointer Lover, because, and I struggled with this, I did, but look at the extent that Letecia lies, okay? Letecia lies so much, okay? So much, so freaking much. She is not honest with herself. And I sat there and I asked myself, do I think she would be honest with Harley? Do I think that she would be like, hey, like this, something happened and I need your help cleaning it up? No, I don't. Not at that point, at least. Not at that point, at least. At that point, I think she was just frantic and she didn't let, because Lena was 8. She was young enough to where Letecia didn't have to explain anything, but Harley was 17. So she would have to vocalize and communicate what was going on to Harley. I don't know. But I don't think she had Harley help clean anything at that point. No. But again, these are questions we're never going to have the answers to. And Harley did change her story. She did change her story. So you have to ask yourself, why? Did she change her story? Because, and I've come to the point where what I believe happened, she changed her story because in the beginning, her mom convinced her everybody was after her, and really the only person Harley had was her mom. And so naturally she's going to be defensive of her mom. And so she may have tweaked around a little thing here or there while believing her mom was innocent back in the beginning. And then what she said on the stand was more the closest to the truth that we've gotten. That's what I'm more likely to believe. Because in the beginning, she said she saw Gannon the Monday before school and he was fine. Yet on the stand, the last time she ever saw Gannon was Sunday evening after she came home from work, and her mom made her say goodnight to Gannon. And she went downstairs and she stood in the doorway of Gannon's room with the lights off. And she said goodnight to Gannon, and he never said a word back to her. And she could see his head laying in bed, just laying there. And that was a proof of life thing that Letecia did. So we know she lied, but why? And again, I think back to the beginning of the investigation, and Harley was being manipulated by her mom and probably needed desperately someone to say that, well, come on, like, you left for work this morning. Yeah, you didn't see Gannon, but tell them, like, everything was fine. Everything was fine this morning, right? Like, yeah, you didn't literally see Gannon when you left this morning, but everything was fine, right? You left for work, everything. And so Harley was like, yeah, everything was fine. I saw him. Everything was fine, like, kind of like that. And that's where these inconsistencies are coming from. Yeah, King Scarlet. Yeah. It's lovely seeing you, King Scarlet. Well, and again, she didn't have anybody else. Listen, and I'm not making an excuse for it. I'm just saying she was forced to side with her mom. Okay. When her mom, okay, her home was her mom, Al, Lena, Gannon, right? This was her home. Imagine being 17, but still a kid, okay? This is your home, right? Imagine like a physical fucking home. This is your life. This is your room. This is your stuff. Now, when Letecia cracked and she started in her paranoia and packing all of their shit up and started going on these 2:30 a.m. texting the detectives and bouncing, Harley didn't have a choice. She had to just pack her stuff up and go with her mom. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Harley's like, well, no, I'm just going to stay here with the rest of my family. Like, Harley was forced because that's your mom. You're going, whether you like it or not, you're kind of forced to be on her side. And so I think that there are many factors of why she was in the mind state that she was in, why she stood by her mom. Let's also include the factor of, well, she was raised by Letecia. What type of product do you think you're going to be raised with? That type of manipulation and that type of lying, what type of product or do you expect, like, but it's not like she had a choice, guys. It's not like, what else was she supposed to do? And I don't say that to minimize or justify anything, versus she was very much stuck too. It's not like she had additional family. It's not like she had an aunt who lived down the road. She didn't have anywhere. So she relied very much on she was dependent on her mom too. Yet her mom was cracking and being paranoid and going crazy. Hi, Carolina. Yes, Tammy Gull. Yes. Well, and that was the going through the messages that Letecia would send from Harley's phone to Al. it's really heartbreaking because Harley on the stand, my heart broke for her. It did. And I had a lot of listen, I've covered and followed this case from the very beginning. I've had a lot of feelings about Harley. I've had a lot of feelings about every character, like it's kind of like you're on this journey and, you feel one way at one point and you feel another way at another point. You evolve with your feelings. But my heart broke on the stand for her. It did, because she lost her father too. Al was her father too. He was more of a father than any other man had ever been. And because of Letecia, she lost that. Because Letecia took Harley's phone and would text as Harley and be like, "You're not supporting my mom. How could you ever do this?" It wasn't Harley. It was Letecia saying that type of stuff. And Harley was left alone. She was left alone. And that's damage that can never be repaired. It's damage that can never be repaired. But at the last question prosecution asked Harley, "Do you still love your mom?" And the way she cracked, a lot of people said that was really inappropriate. They shouldn't have asked that. Let me tell you something. That was actually brilliant. On an emotional level, on a human level, yeah, that was horrific to have to watch. That was so sad. But on a lawyer level, on a strategic level, that was brilliant. Because what that showed the jury was that is a child who still loves her mother. So being here is not out of spite, is not because she hates her, no, this is hard for her. And at the end of the day, it's still her mom and she's going to love her. So being here isn't because, "Ooh, I want to get back at you." No, she still loves her. And so it was just a really hard, but strategy wise, it was brilliant, but it was heartbreaking to watch as a mom, as a daughter. Like it broke my heart. Hey, Rebellious Rose. Okay, so I honestly think the attorneys coached Harley what to say. The prosecutor would ask questions, but then answered the questions for her. Well, they do practice, like they do let Harley know what to anticipate. Of course, that's normal. That's standard, but yeah, Letecia wreaked havoc in her life, yeah. But I'll be honest, Harley did things that I don't agree with too. She did. I don't know Lynn Harris. I would like to know that. But that's true, Harley. And Harley. That's true, Lori. In one day, Harley lost everything. It's true. It's true. Hi, Chase. Okay. So what we're going to go through in this episode for episode number 1 is we're going to start with an incident report. We're going to go through a couple of these incident reports. If you don't know what the incident reports are, is while Letecia was housed in El Paso, right? If you get into an altercation, if you get into a fight, if there is an issue of any type, an incident report will be written up. The narrative will be written up. A narrative is like, what type of incident is this? And then a synopsis of the incident. And then photographs will be attached if necessary. So we're going to go through a couple incident reports today. And then we'll go through some jail calls if you guys are up for it. And then I'm going to see, I don't know if Allie's going live tonight. If she is, then we'll do a Jade raid over to Allie's. But let's start with our first incident report. So this incident report, the date is March 5th, 2020. So this is 3 days after being arrested. She was arrested March 2nd, okay? So this is Tisha, baby Tisha in El Paso. Poor baby Tisha. She's just a newbie. I said yes, Tammy. I do remember. I do, yes. It was horrific. So this is baby Tisha. Hi, Buttercup. How are you? This is baby Tisha in the El Paso County. And the narrative is Letecia requests photos of her wrists. Okay. So it says on Thursday, March 5th, this is 3 days after she was just arrested for the murder of Gannon. And they had not found Gannon's body yet. You have to keep this in mind. Gannon's body, his remains have not been recovered yet. And not only that, this is right after she claimed to have suffered a miscarriage. Right after that gruesome interview, she claims to have suffered a miscarriage, and she was taken and transported to the hospital, and she claims to have contracted coronavirus, but she wasn't. Tess. No, you're okay, Tammy. You're okay. El Paso. So it says on March 5th, Thursday, Deputy Williams was assigned the duties as the intake and release officer at the Criminal Justice Center. At approximately 900 hours, Letecia arrived. So she's just being processed as intake. Inmate Stauch was being removed from restraints in pre-admit. I asked Letecia if she was ill or injured, and she responded she wanted photos of her wrists taken. I informed Letecia I would get photos of her wrists once in the booking area. At approximately 9:45, I took photos of Letecia's hands and wrist areas after she was interviewed during her booking. I took one photo of the top of her hands and wrist, and one photo of her palms and wrist area. One photo of the side of her hands and wrist on thumb side, and one photo taken in error after the fun photo. The photo is blurry, partially of hands, right foot, and floor. On March 6th, at approximately 800 hours, I went to Redacted, where Letecia is housed, to take a photo of her hands and wrist area from the pinky side. When speaking to Letecia about taking the photo, she refused. Letecia stated her attorney already took photos of her wrists and legs, and they would be filing a complaint. I asked Letecia if she was refusing to have the photo taken of her wrist and hand area by her pinky side. She said she did not want the photo taken, and again stated her attorney took photos. Letecia thanked me for coming down to take the photo, and I concluded the conversation. So here are the photos. So first of all, when I see her hands, all I could think about was, what did these hands do? What did these hands do? But I'm laughing because, you guys, she is newly arrested and already she's complaining about, I'm making a complaint. You need to take pictures of my wrists. Girl, you've been in handcuffs for how long? And you're already complaining? Already? You've just been arrested and charged with murder. They didn't even recover Gannon's remains yet. And you're already making these complaints. I know, Harla. It's actually been longer than a week. It's been a couple of weeks since it's been doing that. Welcome, Stevie. I could see that there's a little redness on the top of her hand, but let's be real, okay? Let's be real. Handcuffs are not supposed to be comfortable. They're not supposed to be comfortable. I think Letecia is just so outraged that she has to wear handcuffs. Hi, Leslie. That she has to wear handcuffs at all. And she's like, how dare you? Like, get these off of me. Yeah, she would like to speak to your manager. What the hell? Yet, Letecia, there is damn good reason they had you in them. You Hulk smashed officers. Well, in the future, you would Hulk smash officers. Then you would pop officers' shoulders out of their sockets with your dead weight. You would eyeball their guns. We're going to go through all of the reports. There's a reason you're in handcuffs. What did your hands do? What did those hands do? Those hands took the life of a precious, precious baby boy. Is my sound going in and out for anybody else, or is it just for Sarah? Right, Lori, but they're not supposed to be comfortable, you know? Hi, Punksy. But she doesn't have the most elegant hands. I don't know if that's how to put it. But all I can think about is, what did those hands do? You're okay, Sarah. Hey, Anne, thank you so much. What did those hands do? Yeah, they're manly. I'll be honest, they're manly. Not trying to be mean, but those hands kind of suit Lego face over here. She got a lot of lines. Like, if she went to a palm reader, they'd be like, oh, fuck. Like, the lines on her hand shows the scattered, like, thoughts that she has. Like, you know, like, if I'm looking at my palm, I have the 3 lines, okay? I got the 3 typical lines. You got the curve, like, around your thumb, the one that goes mid palm, and then the one that kind of goes under your fingers. Her lines are like, oh shit. Like, her lines are everywhere. Her lines accurately depict her life. It's like, oh, like, I'm gonna go, oh, never mind, I'm gonna go this, oh shit, no, let me go this way. Those lines, if she went to a damn palm reader, would be like, oh, I can't, oh no, hell No. Hey, Allie. Oh, hell no. But those hands did the most evil of things. The most evil of things. So then these, which, yes, okay, I can see the redness, but listen. Hey, Mars. Handcuffs are foreign. They are foreign to our bodies. They are not supposed to be on our bodies. They are heavy. They are made to restrict, okay? To act as if you are not going to have marks. And I know you, Tisha. I know you would be sitting there kind of like pulling and making it worse, specifically to complain. This is not Target. You cannot get a manager. You cannot be a Karen. It's made for their protection. You are charged with murdering a child. Do you not think that you're going to be restrained? And this is the one that was taken accidentally. I see your flop. I see flip, flop, flip, flip, flippity, flip, flip, flop. I see your flip, flop. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Popcorn Popper. The deputies did say in another incident report that her wrists were unusually small, and that's how she's been able to maneuver out of them. And so that, and they, I think, put on an additional pair to ensure its tightness. I mean, well, her wrists themselves are pretty tiny. It's not like if you don't look at her hand. So, brand new. She's a baby inmate 3 days after her arrest, and there you go. Well, Tisha, Night, Snot Rocket, Tisha don't care about it. No extra charge. Clearly. But those don't look like any horrible markings. Like, they just look like, honestly, it just looks like normal markings from wearing handcuffs for an extended period of time, you know? So then we have the next one, which is now a little over a week after her arrest. And we are approaching the date that Gannon's body would ultimately be found. I'm curious if there's anything. Actually, Allie, is there anything in here when they make her aware of Gannon's body being recovered? So this is a little over a week after Letecia's arrested. This is March 10th. And it says Letecia declines a video visit. And it says on Monday, March 9th, at approximately 1600 hours, Miss D. Holder at video visitation notified me Letecia had a video visit, which was about to begin. I informed Letecia she had a video visit, which was going to begin shortly. Letecia replied she did not wish to accept the visit. I called video visitation and notified Miss Holder that Letecia did not wish to have the visit, so Miss Holder could notify the visitors. And then we have a refusing visit, that she had a video visit on the booth about to start. Letecia stated that she did not set up this visit, that it was a fake visit, and that she will not be taking it. Here, already you could see here, she's setting up her crate. So she's only 1 week, literally 1 week into being arrested. And it was a fake visit, that this is a fake visit. What does that mean? It's a fake visit. Already starting that cray-cray narrative. Yeah, I wonder who it was. So then we have March 12th at approximately 7:20 hours, Letecia, housed in Redacted, asked me to approach her cell. Letecia asked me if she could speak to a lieutenant. I asked Letecia the reason for wanting to speak to a lieutenant. Letecia stated she would like to file an ethics claim, but she did not give me any further information. I then called Lieutenant Eric Carnell to inform him of inmate Letecia's request to speak to a lieutenant and that she would like to file an ethics complaint. I then informed Letecia that I spoke to a lieutenant. I directed Letecia that if she did not hear from a lieutenant, that she could use the kiosk to file a grievance. An ethics claim? Oh my goodness. So then on Tuesday, March 17th, at approximately 8:16, while doing a 15-minute walk check-in, I stopped by Letecia, who is currently housed in Redacted. She asked if she would be getting an hour out today. I told her that she would be offered an hour out if we have an additional deputy to assist with her hour out, due to the fact that she is currently on a 2-deputy status. Letecia then stated that she did not receive her hour out yesterday and would be filing a grievance. I told her that she can file a grievance during her next available hour out. Oh my God. Oh my, that's funny. Well, you could file your grievance about not getting your hour out at your next available hour out. Oh my God. Listen, Tisha, because you keep Hulk smashing deputies, you are on a 2-deputy out thing. Like you're on a 2-deputy status, okay? You're taking resources. If you want to have your hours out, well, then you should behave like a freaking human being and conduct yourself like a civilized person. But when you want to act like an animal, then you're going to get treated like an animal. And for their own safety, they can't let you out of your cage without at least 2 people there. And this is only on the 17th. This is 2 weeks after her arrest already. Ooh, in totality, Leah Free? I'm not sure because each facility is a different amount. Okay, so this is at the courtroom on April 9th. So this is after Gannon's body now has been found. And it says on April 8th, 2020, at approximately 13:15 hours, Deputy Stasia Schroeder and I escorted Letecia to the Division 5 courtroom with Judge Mitchell. Let it be known, Letecia has the following alerts. Full restraint, assaultive, disruptive, full restraint, escape, mental health, no law enforcement contact, and segregated from all. At approximately 13:30 hours, we positioned Letecia in the front row of the jury box on the side farthest away from the public entrance to the courtroom. During the proceeding, Letecia was moved to the middle of the first row in the jury box in order to be closer to a microphone. Deputy Schroeder positioned herself behind Letecia in the jury box, and I positioned myself in front of Letecia with a waist-high wall separating us. My positioning allowed me to keep my eyes on inmate Stauch's hands and face. Letecia was in full restraints, which placed her hands at the front of her waistband. Letecia has small wrists, so Deputy Schroeder utilized her wrist restraints with plastic spacers meant to decrease the circumference of the restraint. I observed Letecia begin to pull her right wrist back towards her body while pushing her left wrist forward. Her forehead wrinkled and her eyes closed as if she was straining. The skin on her hand bunched up as the restraint moved up from her wrist toward her hand. Letecia made sudden eye contact with me, and I shook my head from side to side, and I mouthed the word no. Letecia's eyes opened wide, and she whispered, "I'm sorry." I maintained a constant visual of her hands and face and did not observe her move her hands much after that. When Letecia spoke to the judge, she had a big smile on her face and she seemed very happy. As the judge and attorneys were speaking on a conference call, I saw Letecia glance at my gun several times. Once the court proceeding was over, Deputy Schroeder and I escorted Letecia back to her assigned holding cell and removed her restraints. This bitch! So they're in court. This is right after Gannon's body was recovered. Keep in mind. Okay? Imagine the judge is talking, the lawyers are talking. This deputy looks over and he sees Tisha's forehead scrunching up and she's and she's trying to pull her wrists out. She's struggling. She's trying to pull her wrists out. And then like she peeks over at him and he goes, "No." And she goes, "Oh, sorry." Sorry. And then she's constantly just kind of peeking over at the gun. This is, again, what was she planning on doing? Okay, let's say, Tisha, you managed to get out of those restraints. You managed. This is where I would have loved to see if it played out the way you wanted it to play out. What would have happened? The same way if Al would have took you up on showing up to one of those ultrasounds of the pregnancy you claimed you had. If Al actually said, "You know what? Fine, I will come. What day and time is the appointment for the ultrasound? I'll meet you there." Okay, what were you gonna do? What office were you gonna meet him at? When they freaking gave you a sonogram of your empty uterus, what were you gonna do? I would love to see how she was gonna play it out. So if you managed to break out of those restraints and you aren't some acrobatic genius. We all saw the way you fell. If you think you were gonna like Mission Impossible to that gun, what were you gonna do? You were gonna like tuck and roll it across the courtroom and just like grab the gun and like, oh, stick him up. And like what? Slowly Michael Jackson it out of the courtroom? How is this gonna play out in your head? Where were you gonna go? Were you gonna Uber it? Were you gonna like stick your thumb out and wait for a taxi? How were you gonna leave even once you got out the courtroom? Do you know that there were armed security guards? Like, oh, she never thinks past like step one. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. That totally was the Rocky song. I went to go do the Mission Impossible. Dun 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 dun. That one, right? That's Mission Impossible. I would blame it on being sick, but I would have fucked that up. Not sick. So we're just gonna roll with it. Hey, T. Adams. Oh man. Dun 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 dun. Freaking Tisha just rolling across the courtroom, just grabs the gun. Dun, 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 dun. No, this is not going to play out how you think. We saw you fall. We saw you fall. Do you need me to play the video? I don't think you want me to play the video. I'll do it. Oh, Tisha. Sorry. I just love the detail that they put in this report. I saw her forehead scrunch up as she restrained to pull her hands out. And then she saw me and her eyes opened wide as I said, no. As I said the words, no. And she said, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. You are literally in court for the murder of this beautiful baby boy. And if this isn't like, oh, I bumped into you or I ran your toe over online at the grocery store with my shopping cart, like that's when you whisper, oh, I'm sorry. Like, you are eyeing up this deputy's gun as you're trying to break out of your restraints. Whispering, I'm sorry, doesn't suffice in this situation. She just keeps on. We can see you, Kathy B. But all right, let's keep going through a couple more incident reports and then we'll move on to a call for today. I'm not sure. So this one was April 8th. So it may have been. I'd have to go and I'd have to look what she was in court for that day, but it may have been. Okay. So this is another one from April 8th. And it said at approximately 13:15 hours. Oh, no, this is the transport. Deputy Marie and I were assigned to transport Letecia to the courtroom for her court appearance with Judge Mitchell. This was a Division X case heard in Division 5. Letecia has the following assigned alerts: full restraints, assaultive, disruptive, full restraints, escape, mental health, no law enforcement contact, and segregated from all. AKA, she's just like a bodysuit, like strapped. AKA, she's just like chained up in like a freaking suit, just has to like, everything. Letecia has unusually small wrists. Therefore, I utilize an insert in the wrist restraints that makes the space in the wrist restraints a little smaller. These inserts are available at the courthouse and are usually used for detained juveniles. You acting like a child. I applied the full restraints in the following order. Wrist restraints. The wrist restraints go to the back secured. The double lock goes to the leg restraints. Then the double lock, the wrist restraints turned around to the front secured, and the double locked, then the black box applied, then the belly chain secured with a lock. After restraints were applied, I checked Letecia's wrist restraints again for circulation and to make sure they were double locked. At approximately 13:30 hours, I placed Letecia in the jury box front row, in the end seat furthest from the courtroom. Furthest from the courtroom entrance. Deputy Munn stood directly in front of the jury box in front of Letecia. I stood directly behind Letecia in the jury box. The hearing was closed to the public due to the health epidemic. At some point in the middle of the hearing, I instructed Letecia to move to the chair in the middle of the jury box in front of a microphone so she could be heard. After Letecia sat down for a bit, I noticed Letecia was moving her hands in front of her. I could hear the chains rattling just slightly. At that point, Deputy Munn looked at inmate Stauch, shook her head, and pointed at Letecia's wrist restraints. I could not see any reaction from Letecia because I was directly behind her. I did not see or hear any further movement of the wrist restraints or any of Letecia's restraints for the remainder of the hearing. Oh my God. So wait. Crap, I don't have anything. So like, All you're hearing is like the I don't have anything next to me. You're hearing like the the jingling. You're hearing the jingling of her damn restraints. You're hearing the jingling of her damn restraints. Twice. This is twice during the same court the hearing. Like, are you kidding me? Oh man. That is bad. Like, cut it out. Like, it's like she's a kid at the movie theater making noise and you have to like kick them. Cut it out. You know, like, and you have to eye them. Be quiet. You know, like, or else, you know, when you get home, you're going to get in trouble. That's twice during the same damn court. You're trying to bust out. Dear Lord. Cut it out. Who, me? Sorry. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So it was the other. Thank you, Amaros. So this is the other guard's version of the same incident. Thank you. So one who is sitting in front and one who's sitting in the back. That makes more sense. Okay. So this is April 28th. The narrative is Letecia negative behavior. Ooh, I love it. Oh, thank you, Breezak. Poo poo. Thank you for the super sticker. You are so sweet. Say thank you, Letecia.
No.
Yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no.
Thank you, Bree. But she claims that was the perfect inmate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have any issues here. Okay, sure. Sure, Jan. Okay, so we have a Letecia negative behavior report. What? I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. Letecia negative behavior? What?
Any objection? All objections.
I object to that notion. There is not such a thing as negative behavior and Letecia in the same sentence. No way. So this says on Saturday, April 11th, Deputy Suzanne Zamora was assigned duties for medical laundry kitchen shift. And it says at approximately 8:09 hours, I was asked by medical staff member to assist with giving Letecia her morning medication. Sergeant Kenneth Benjamin was present. I asked him if he could accompany us to conduct the medication pass for Letecia. Sergeant Benjamin, redacted, and I proceeded to redacted. And then Sergeant Benjamin opened the cell door while Letecia went to the sink and got her cup. Please, sir. May I have some more? Redacted filled Letecia's cup up with an Ensure type drink and then handed her a small plastic cup with a pill in it. Letecia was going to take the pill and then drink some of the Ensure from the cup. Bitch, what are you even doing drinking Ensure as if you need like a supplement, as if you're not getting what you need. You're getting what you need and more. Trust me. I informed Letecia I was not going to be able to determine if she took the pill if she drank from her cup, due to the liquid not being see-through. I asked her to pour some of the drink into the plastic cup and drink out of the plastic cup. Therefore, I could verify if she took the medication, which is not even a big ask, right? He's not even asking, hey, don't drink your Ensure. What he asked is, can you pour some of your old ass Ensure into this plastic cup where I can visibly see that you're taking a sip of it versus drinking straight out of the Ensure bottle? That's not even like, he didn't even have to do that. He could have just said, you got to drink water. He's not even being an ass. He's just asking to pour some of the Ensure into a plastic cup and then take the sip from the plastic cup. Letecia got very upset. No, what? Really? What? And stated that I was the only one to make a big deal out of it and that I needed Jesus. Girl. Again, how hard is it that to do, right? You're handing me an empty plastic cup. All I have to do is just, I'm holding a freaking Ensure bottle. All I have to do is pour a sip worth into that plastic cup that you're holding. And instead of taking a sip from my cup, take a sip from that cup. You need Jesus. You've got the devil in you. What is the big deal? Like, what is the issue? Why is that such a big issue? I don't get it. But Tisha says, you need Jesus. Coming from a child murderer. She's a child murderer. The lack of self-awareness is what killed, like, oh my God. So she says that you need Jesus, all right? Oh my God. Letecia told Sergeant Benjamin that he was already in her notes. Whatever that means. Letecia angrily walks to the sink with the little plastic cup and puts water in it and took her medication. Letecia handed me the little cup and I conducted the mouth check before I exited the cell. I would hate to have to put a flashlight in her mouth hole and check. Ugh. Sergeant Benjamin secured the door and we all left the area as Letecia was still making derogatory remarks about me. Several minutes later, I heard loud noises coming from Letecia's cell. Letecia was pushing the door open to make it hit the metal door frame. I walked to her cell and informed Letecia if she did not stop her negative behavior, she would lose her hour out for the day. I have no further issues with her during my shift. And then the other nurse had to provide the following email: to whom it may concern, I am the nurse that went with Deputy Zamora to give Letecia her morning medications. Upon giving the medications, Deputy Zamora asked the inmate to pour water into her cup with the medicines in them. Letecia became upset and kept repeating, "This is ridiculous." After the medications were administered and the time following, Letecia started yelling obscenities towards Deputy Zamora and staff while also pushing up against her door, creating loud sounds that were distracting to the entire medical ward. Bitch, what is like your problem? She is such a Karen. Oh my gosh. And what list? You're on our list, Tisha. You're on our list. Yeah, and she was only on lorazepam as needed before going in. And the lie detector determined that was a lie. That was what she was prescribed. But she was taking God only knows what. Okay. So then we have, yeah. Here's nothing in Chevy. I know, right? BSS04. It says on April 24th, which keep in mind, she was only there since March. These are a lot of issues to have as a brand new inmate. You would think she'd be more focused on the fact that they had recovered Gannon's body at this point and she's charged with murder. But no. It says on Friday, April 24th, poor Deputy Zamora is back, and she was just assigned duties as the Alpha Mod. And it says that approximately, hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. No, I lost it. No, it's here. Hold on. Okay. At approximately 10:30 hours, I, along with deputies Terry Marshall and Jacob DeLong, were getting Letecia ready for transport for her hour out. Deputy DeLong applied the restraints and I pat searched her and went through her belongings. Letecia had 3 envelopes in her hand. When she gave them to me, I asked her if they were ready to be mailed out. Letecia said, yes. I looked at all 3 envelopes and noticed she did not put the return address information, nor did she have her name or inmate number anywhere on it. I informed Letecia she would have to put the return information and all the letters before we could mail them out. She replied, I'll just get someone else to take them. I explained to Letecia that if she got someone else to drop it off in the mailroom, the letters would be destroyed since the mailroom staff would not know where the letters came from. Letecia stated, it's okay, I will get my lawyer to take them and mail them out. So she tried to send, I would love to know what was in those letters. You guys, she was trying to mail letters out that weren't able to be traced back to her. But she is so freaking stupid about it that she's doing it out in the open, plain as day, for the damn deputies to see. You know, she's probably mailing threats and, oh, from Quincy Brown to Al, like, oh, it wasn't Letecia, it was actually me. I'm the one who did it, blah, blah, blah. She's an idiot. Yeah, and as long as I don't put my return address and my inmate number, they'll never know it's me. She's so stupid. I'll just get my lawyer to do it. She's so stupid she can't even keep her mouth shut and do that on your own. You don't have to tell them you're going to do it. Just do it on your own, right? Holy crap. Tisha. But that's what she does. That's what she does. Hi, Mac J. All right. Now, you guys ready for another set of phone calls? Phone calls from prison. We had yesterday's "You Look Humongous," which was so funny. That was so funny. And today, we won't be able to listen to the... Actually, no. Well, yeah. This is going to be from June 1st, 2023. Oh, let me pull this out. I'm sorry. Oh, thanks, Makshay. Let me pull up my babbling Letecia. And let's do our phone calls for this episode. And so this is June 1st, 2023. I'm not sure who the first one is going to be with. I guess we'll be surprised and we'll check it out. Alina, thank you so much. Alina just gifted 5 memberships. Congratulations to whoever received it. What an awesome way to start the calls. Thank you. You are so kind, Alina. Awesome. And so I'm not sure who this call is with. We're about to find out, and hopefully, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle any more of Aunt Brenda, because if you were not here for last night, Aunt Brenda was buying Tisha a new TV, and she told Letecia she looked humongous, but we liked that part. So
prepaid call from an inmate at a Colorado correctional facility.
You don't have to go, hang out with people. It's just pray for them, forgive them, and move on. If that's just how I had to learn to take it, because, I've forgiven my mom, I've moved on about it, but I just don't care to be like, oh, hey, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? I just don't. And I don't think that's something God would be mad at me about, because as long as I'm praying for blessings for them, that's fine. I just don't want to be, you know what I mean? Because she's not going to be a mom to me. She never has, so I can't expect her to start now, No. She's not going to be no mom to you, that's for sure. Right. That's why Julie's like Julie is. Mm-hmm. And it's a shame, because that's like she is. It is, because Julie should have got counseling when all that went on. Julie should have had intense therapy, because look what happened. You know what I'm saying? In her mind, she just ain't right sometimes. Well, you got to realize, look who all ever had to stand there with her, Stevie Dial and all. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on, in front of Julie and all. I mean, Julie went through a lot too and stuff. And Dakota, he was so young, he don't know exactly everything that happened. But anyway, yeah. I'll get. Well, in Coda's mind, that's she's the best. But you got to think, you're talking 14 years difference. You know what I mean? And you're talking about different.
So they're talking about Letecia's mom. Dakota's her brother. And yes, there's a big... Hi, Crackdown. There's a big difference. Aw, you're so sweet, Elena. Thank you. I know, Lori. Amy, I love how Amy asks Nightbot a question. Nightbot won't answer you back. You can only command Nightbot to do it. Amy, I think you do it through the super chat option. There's an option to gift memberships, but if you do not see it there to gift memberships, you may have to do it through the computer. But if you're through your phone, you may have to do it through your web browser through what's it called? what is it called? Crap. COVID brain. I totally forgot. What is it called? It's called, I will have to think about what it's called. No, it's not Safari. It's called, in like when you do it on your phone, and it takes you to Safari, but you do the set, like in the top left corner when you hit double A, you could do your settings for it to be just now it's gonna bother me. Desktop version. Sorry, I'm proud of myself. Sorry. Desktop version. Yeah, she wasn't asking how to allow gifts, JM. She was asking how to gift them. And sometimes if you're on the phone, gifting memberships isn't as straightforward. And so sometimes it's there in the super chat option. Sometimes you have to kind of go through Safari's option and then enable desktop version, and then you could gift them. But so thank you, Kawaii Taish. But I love how Amy asks Nightbot. Nightbot isn't an actual person, it's just a bot, and I have to command it to answer. But you're so sweet. Hi, Boca Maru. So they're talking about Dakota and Letecia's mom. There is a big difference in age, but here's the thing. You can't all of a sudden do something as horrific as you did and then claim, oh yeah, no, there was something so horrible that happened in my childhood that I'm going to blame it on, and you just don't remember. No. Doesn't work like that. Katrina, just make sure that you're opted in. As long as you're opted in, there's plenty of people here who are very generous, and so you're bound to get gifted at some point.
What he thought that Stevie Dow stuff was acceptable. To him, that was great. You know what I mean? And you got to remember, I lived through all of them. So after a while, it's like, this is not normal. But Dakota, that was normal. You know? You remember what happened at my graduation? To them, they thought that was all. Oh, it's fine. It's y'all's fault. You know? So.
It is some crazy thing, baby. I'm just sorry that you got wrapped up in it like you did. And
I know.
Nothing I could do about it. You know, and stuff. I did the best I could with all of it.
Yeah, and then my dad. And then my dad's not like, I never had to experience abuse or trauma or anything like that from my dad. It was just, he might have not have known what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I can't.
Kenny, listen, Kenny didn't know what was going on.
That's what I'm saying.
I think if Kenny knew what, I think if he would have done something. Kenny wouldn't have put up with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shelly Bean. You are so sweet. So anybody who doesn't know, you could click actually Shelly Bean at the top where she just gifted 5. You could click that at the top too, and you could opt in. That's another way to opt in for anybody who doesn't know. Shelly Bean, you are awesome. Thank you so much. That was so generous of you. And congratulations to anybody who received it.
Kenny would have put a stop to that. He would have took you from Deborah. If he knew what was going on, he would have took you from.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
So that's why I can't be upset about it, you know?
If me, myself, had known everything that was going on after the fact, I'd have took you from Deborah.
Yeah, I know.
I'd have got a lawsuit. I'd have took you from Deborah. But see, the thing is, Deborah's one of these people, she keeps everything hid.
Mm-hmm.
She don't want people to know her business. She keeps everything hid. she's so close to Lavina, she might as well be up Lavina's rump. Lavina knows every fart and fizzle. You know.
Yeah.
You know?
And here's the thing about it is that group has blamed. Why would I have my mom's stuff exposed like that, knowing it wasn't true? What you mean it weren't true? I can't even believe y'all would say that. Like, are you crazy?
You know,
it's blinding y'all.
Well,
yeah, that's y'all.
She didn't ever blind me. I mean, and she didn't really blind Tommy.
Yeah.
It was for some of the stuff that was going on. And Tommy got upset about it. Daddy got upset about it. But there was nothing that we could do.
Yeah, I know.
At that time, because we didn't know everything that was going on.
Yeah.
That's why Daddy and Mama kept you as much as they did. I mean, if it weren't Mom and Dad, I mean, they kept you as much as they could. You know,
People don't realize that unless they.
How close? What does anybody know? How close? And Allie, are you going live tonight? Does anybody know? Because I can't check because I'm under both devices. Does anybody know how close Aunt Brenda? We need Crime Curious. Does anybody know how close Aunt Brenda and Letecia was prior to Gannon's murder? Awesome, Stevie. Because if Aunt Brenda really can't see that she is being used, I wish Aunt Brenda would just cut Letecia off and force Letecia to be, because again, if you have money on your books, you're good. You really are good because you can buy whatever the hell you want. And life is a lot easier in prison. But if you are forced to just have the bare minimum and have to work for your commissary, yeah, you do make like 30 cents a day and it sucks. As far as I know, Aunt Brenda's the only one who's putting freaking money on Tisha's books. So she needs to cut Tisha off.
Study it enough to know, like, when you have to go through things like that, it causes your brain to have flashbacks. You have like nightmares, you have like trauma, and you never deal with it. You go all this time, you never deal with it, and then you just become a paranoid person. And that's just how, you know. If I would have had counseling and stuff like that for it, but we didn't really know a lot about counseling and stuff like that. They always would be like, "Oh, you don't need help." You know what I'm saying?
Or they say you got ADHD or DDS or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So there was a girl at my house, and she does the counseling once a week, and they don't do nothing but give her crazy pills.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna take no pills, and that's how I am. I don't.
And they give her pills every week. They give her pills. She just goes every week just to get them pills.
Yeah, see, and I'm not gonna do that. Like, I can't stand taking meds, except anxiety meds.
The pills are not helping them. Yeah. There's 4 or 5 of them on deep brain straight taken. They're not helping them. They're making them crazier. Crazier.
Yeah.
I mean, it
made me have worse anxiety. Like, they made me take it at the jail.
Yeah,
I would be like, what is wrong? I would be more depressed taking the depression meds. You know?
Tell me about it. I got over mine. I said, you know what? I'm strong enough. I'm strong enough. I got the willpower. I don't need this medication. And this is that right after Tommy died. I would cry at the least thing. I'd be at the mall and first start crying.
Yeah, I know.
Stuff like that, you know. And I had to fight. And I told the doctor, I said, take me off these pills, wean me off of them, do whatever you need to do. I'm not going to take them. He said, Miss Brenda, you need them. I said, no, I don't. I said, I'm strong enough to get off of drugs. When I was on drugs, I'm strong enough to get off these pills. I said, the only thing I got to do is have faith, and I can handle the situation. Every now and again, I do break down.
I want to talk, like, I want to pause and add commentary, and I would like to talk shit, but I have no shit to talk, even towards Aunt Brenda. If, you know, anybody getting off medication or pills or drugs, I will say kudos, but I'll just say congratulations with an attitude. Anybody in recovery, congratulations. That is amazing. But I just don't like you, Aunt Brenda. But yes, you can get off medication, and that is amazing, and anybody is strong enough to do that. I just don't like you. Yada, yada, yada.
I'll be honest, but I know what it is. It's not like I get depressed. I know what it is. It's nothing that's going to cause any harm to anybody. It's because I miss my husband.
Well, yeah, you married to him that long, and that was your best friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss my husband.
When you take somebody out of that environment, when you take somebody out of the environment they're used to, like, I got taken away from the environment of I was used to, like, family help. I had friends that I knew, to the community. I had a whole community of help. Then you take somebody.
Who? You had friends? Who dat? Who? You don't have no friends, Tisha. You don't have no friends? Who?
No.
Yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no.
You didn't have any friends. You wouldn't know how to be a friend. You aren't even a friend to yourself, Letecia. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Cut that shit out right now. You didn't have a whole community. You didn't have a friend. You were not a wife. Most of all, you were not a mother. Okay?
See, out of that, that's like taking them out of their lives, and you're left all alone.
I'm left. Hey, that's me. I'm left all alone. I'm left all alone.
That's how I felt leaving from Carolina. I'm left all alone. And then your mind just starts playing games on you. You got to beat it, and that's the hard part is beating it.
Now, see, I can move back.
What the fuck was that? Wait. No. We're not gonna just pretend that didn't happen. What was that? Did anyone hear that?
Alone. And then your mind just starts playing games on you. You got to beat it, and that's the hard part is beating it.
Now, see.
What the fuck? That was a dog? The fuck? You all just said dog like that was a normal sound? Don't you all collectively say dog like that was normal? My dogs don't sound like that. What? Was that him, Brenda? What was that? What was that? What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's how I felt leaving from Carolina. I'm left all alone. And then your mind just starts playing games on you. You got to beat it.
Oh no!
That's the hard part is beating it.
Now,
what does that? Did this dog all of a sudden grow human vocal cords? What? No, Jim John Don, no. My dog does not sound like that, guys. No. Even the dog was like, no. Help! SOS! Someone! Help! Oh, God. I could just imagine Aunt Brenda sitting on the phone with this poor puppy on her lap, aggressively petting it like Dr. Evil with his hairless cat. This dog's like, help! Help! Oh no! This poor puppy! What kind of breed Somebody tell me, what kind of breed is it? That's not a normal sound. Oh, my heart. That's not a normal sound. Oh, no. Ow. Oh, I don't have the lung capacity for this. No. No.
That's how I felt leaving from Carolina. So I'm left all alone. And then your mind just starts playing games on you. You got to beat it, and that's the hard part is beating it.
Now, see, I can move back to Texas. It wouldn't bother me at all. I can move to New York. It wouldn't bother me. I can move to Mississippi. It won't bother me. I'm moving to the beach. The reason I'm buying that house at the beach, but I doubt I'll stay there that much because I'm going to be either in New York or I'm going to be in Pennsylvania or Texas.
How's Miss Kathy doing?
Miss Kathy's not going good. She went to the bathroom the other day, and she said, Brenda, I got to go to the restroom. And I said, well, go to the restroom and call me back when you...
By the end of that phone call, this is what the dog looks like. His hand, Brenda's so aggressively petting it. All the fur is gone. And the dog is like, help! Help! Someone, please! If you're monitoring this call, please help! Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's continue. That's just not normal. I'm telling you, that's not normal.
You finished. She ain't called me back yet. I'm going to call her today and ask her if she's still in the bathroom.
Oh, no. Did my dad ever come over there?
Your dad called me. He got tied up at work. He's got 34 bathrooms he's got to install.
Oh, God. Okay.
See, they're obsessed with poo. They're obsessed with poo. I'm telling you, they're obsessed with the butt and they're obsessed with poo. And if your dad has 34 bathrooms to install, it's hereditary. It's genetic. You got it from your daddy. That's what. He's
doing renovations of that people's houses, bathrooms, and he has stayed. He's busy. Look, he'll be over because he told me, he says, I haven't forgot you. That's what he told me. He said, I haven't.
And you're going to talk to him about the TV?
Oh, you little. Where did we end off last yet? Where did we leave off yesterday, guys? You are lucky Auntie B even offered to get you that TV that you claimed you were going to watch your weekly sermons on. Okay, Joyce. Don't think we forgot about Joyce over here. Hello, Joyce. Okay. Then you have the nerve to say, oh, well, I spent the last couple hundred you gave me on another transistor radio because the last one, they kept. And the first thing you're going to ask her is, oh, well, hey, yeah, no, Pops is working on 78 bathrooms. Well, what about my TV? Even though they have a communal TV. You greedy bitch. You don't deserve nothing. Nothing. I would pay them to cut her off. Like, I would pay them money, not to give her money. Aunt Brenda is telling Letecia how busy her dad is out working, busting his ass for money. And Letecia's sitting here, well, what about my TV? What about my TV?
That's what he told me. He said,
And you're going to talk to him about the TV?
I'm going to talk to him about the television, and let's see what we can do. And I'm not going to be able to sing you like I did before, Tisha Lynn, because of me buying this house, so I get situated and straightened out again.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm hoping, if I can get the taxes straightened out. You know what I mean? If I can get that straightened out.
And two, I need to see about getting your belongings.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you can get those rings too, that's money I can have too.
Well, I'm going to, you know what? This is the part I don't understand. I know I know Al bought Harley a ring.
Yeah.
She wears that ring a lot. And I know I gave her a diamond heart ring. You remember that ring?
Yeah. It's probably in the jury box.
No, she got the ring.
Oh, okay.
And she told me, now I want you to listen to what she told me. She told me it would take $200 to get that ring size so she could wear it. And I said, Harley, that's a story. You take it to the jewelry store. It don't cost maybe $20 or $30 at the max. It's nothing special. It's just reducing the size of the ring. It's nothing special. And
it'd be different if it was trying to make it bigger, but she's not trying to make it bigger. She's making it smaller.
Well, I got with my jeweler here, and he said, Miss Brenda, she's telling you a fib. I don't know who she is, but she's telling you a fib. It don't cost that much. I don't care where you're at. The downsize the ring or enlarge the ring.
Yeah.
So he said, now this particular ring,
Yeah. Did Letecia say it's probably in the jury box? Jury box? Why would it be in the jury box? But her and Aunt Brenda talk shit about her child all the time. All the time. You know, you took Gannon, you took the child away from Landon and Al, but your child is still here, yet you and Aunt Brenda sit here and talk shit about your child. How sad. How sad. It's probably still in the jury box. Oh, stop it. Did she mean jewelry? Stop it. Was that just the accent? Oh, no. Stop it. No, she said jury box. She meant jewelry? Oh, no. It's probably still in the jury box. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was thinking, I don't remember seeing a ring at evidence. And why would it still be there after all this time? It didn't make sense. Oh, man. It's probably in the dirt box. Oh, no. You know the dog rolled its eyes. You know that dog rolled its eyes. Throw in the dirt box. Where'd it go? Hold on. Where'd it go? Hold on.
David, probably in the jury box. Yeah. David, probably in the jury box.
No, she got the ring.
Oh, okay.
And she told me ring.
Yeah. David, probably in the jury box.
No, she got the ring.
Literally said jury box. I don't know what you guys are talking about. She did not say jewelry. Oh, that's funny.
ring. Oh, for 30 at the max. It's nothing special. It's just reducing the size of the ring. It's nothing special. And
it'd be different if it was trying to make it bigger, but she's not trying to make it bigger. She's making it smaller.
Well, I got with my jeweler here, and he said, Miss Brenda, she's telling you a fib. I don't know who she is, but she's telling you a fib. It don't cost that much. I don't care where you're at. The downsize the ring or enlarge the ring.
Yeah.
So he said, now this particular ring, my wedding ring, it will cost a little bit more because of all the diamonds around it. But that ring's just got one heart shape. And she never did show me that ring no more. I believe she got rid of that ring. I'm really upset with that child. I love her, Tisha Lynn. I love her.
Look at the closed caption. I love her, Tisha Lynn, she said. Look at the closed caption. I love our Tisha Lynn. Is that a word? It has to be a word. I'm really upset with that, y'all. I love our Tisha Lynn. But please, Aunt Brenda, no. Please continue to tell us how upset you are with Harley because she's hanging around the white folks and the boyfriend that she has is stinky. But you're not upset with our Tisha Lynn because she murdered a child. Please, I really want to hear you explain this. Go ahead.
But I'm really upset with her.
Well, you can add me to the list. I'm upset with her too.
Oh, really? Tisha Lynn, you're upset with Harley too? Okay.
So,
I mean, I'm really upset with her. She actually just, I tried my best to help her. I even suggested one time, Harley, I'll buy a house down here and you can move in with me and that'll save both of us some money.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not moving in with you, Aunt Brenda. You're too old.
I have a feeling, Aunt Brenda, that it isn't the age that's the issue. It's probably that you're just a mean old racist, though. It's probably less the dust and more the racist. That's what I'm gonna assume what it is. Okay, you took her car away because she was hanging out with friends of a race you did not like. All right, so go and dust your shoulders off, relax.
Yeah, Aunt Brenda, she knows she wasn't raised like that. I raised that girl.
Did she just say? Oh God! Did she just say she wasn't raised like that? Should we take a stroll down memory lane here, Tisha Lynn? How was Harley raised? Where's her mama? Where's her mama? That's right. She's in prison for murdering her younger brother that she made her an accessory to the crime with, as she put his body in the back of the van and traveled along the country with, and then also made her go buy the cleaning supplies for. Do you want to talk about how she was raised while you refer to yourself as Mom of the Year? I highly doubt you have any number one mom coffee mugs in your cupboard. Okay, Tisha Lynn? Thank you, Stephanie. Oh, good to see you, by the way, Stephanie. Hey, Melissa, when I listen to calls from Smiley Turd on speaker. Both of my dogs being until he jump up and start growling at my phone. Oh yeah, dogs know. They know. That dog knew. That dog was in agony. Thank you, Riddler, for being a member for 9 months. Love the people I met in chat and the education. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, no. You nobody. No, Tisha. She does not have any right to talk about, but this is what I mean by the lack of any self-awareness whatsoever. She truly does believe she was a really good mom and that she raised her child so superb, and that this isn't how I raised Harley. And I was the hardworking mom, and I was a hardworking stepmom. You won't understand how hard it was as us stepmoms and what we had to go through. She believes it to this day. That's why we will never get an honest answer out of her. She will never do this tell all because she's never honest with herself. Never. Yeah, if anyone buys her #1 mom coffee mugs, it's Letecia.
Well, it weren't so much.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Hey, baby, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay. Well, don't forget. I'll send you those. If you'll send me those forms, I can get it done and then have the address, so that way I can try to work on getting that money too. So I have.
Okay, I'll go. Okay, and I'll do that when I get back. I love you, sweetheart.
Okay, love you too.
Be careful, and I pray for you. Bye.
In the next call, Letecia says she was moved to a mental health building. Letecia wants a TV while she's in this new building because she says all the other inmates have one. She also mentions that the residents can walk around all day and also train dogs. They also talk about her half-brother, Dakota.
Not the dog. Not the dogs, not the dogs, not the dogs, not the dogs. Not the dogs, not the dogs. Please, no. No. So, no. In this one, she's complaining because she still didn't get a TV. The little spoiled ass brat. But she's saying that they get to walk around and train dogs. Oh no. Now we're going to hear a lot of the dog. Now we're going to hear, we're going to hear it left and right. All the dogs yelling now. A bunch of them. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, thank you, Riddler, for gifting a membership, and congratulations to whoever received it. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. No, honestly, I am all for animal rehabilitation. I do not know how I feel about letting prisoners have access to animals like that. I really don't know how I feel about that. Because a lot of times, one of the, like for serial killers and things like that, one of the first traits and warning signs when they were children is they will abuse and hurt animals. Those were their first victims. And also, it sucks because there are a lot of people in prison who are actually trying to do better and change their lives, but there's going to be the bad in the bunch, and the people who are really trying to do better with their lives are going to suffer because of it. But unfortunately, that's how it's going to be. Because there's going to be the ones who are going to take advantage and who would do something sick, whether they see an opportunity to get drugs in or get something out or whatever it may be, and they would use those animals. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I feel like I care about animals more than I do people most of the time, honestly. But oh, that's horrible. See, that's my fear. That's my fear. That's my fear. Right. Like if it was non-violent prisoners, that's something completely different. We're talking about murderers here. We're talking about murderers here. So no. If you're talking about like a non-violent crimes and using, that's different. We're talking about the worst of the worst. She is the worst of the worst. And she was talking about there's the Black Widow who she killed 5 of her husbands that is there with her. These are the worst of the worst. No, animals should not be near these people. Sorry. No. And children, animals, vulnerable people, people with disabilities, maybe who cannot communicate any abuse that are going on, that's the worst. No. Hi, Michelle. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family for the holidays. That's concerning. But hi, Gamer Mom. But so it's nice to know she's complaining about not having the TV yet, which is amazing. You should be grateful the amount of money that Aunt Brenda has been putting on your books and continuously giving you. You should be very appreciative because what you would be given outside of commissary, like without that money, is the bare minimum. Bare minimum. So how about a little appreciation, a little thanks, instead of complaining? And they talk about her brother, Dakota.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, baby. I was wondering about you yesterday.
Yeah, they moved me to like a different place on the.
They did what now?
They moved me to like a different building on the facility, so now I only get to come out for like 45 minutes. So.
A day?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, So, what do you mean a different facility?
No, it's a different building in the facility.
In the facility. Is it about the same rules, regulations, and everything?
Yeah, it's a mental health building.
Well, take advantage of it, baby, and do what you need to do, okay?
Yeah, I guess. Just be bored out my mind.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm working. I looked it up about the TV thing, and all. I don't think you're going to be able to get a television station.
What do you mean? Everybody in this whole thing has a TV but me. I'm in mental health. I'm not in Denver Women's. I'm not by Denver Women's stuff. I'm in a residential treatment, which is a mental health building.
So, okay. And the only thing I got to do is go on that JPay and have them send it to you?
You have to put the money on JPay, and then they take the money out of here, and they bring us the TV, the remote control, the cords to plug it in. Like I got 2 cable cords in two cable boxes in my room, like the plug-in things. I have 2 in my room.
You got everything in there except for the TV.
Yeah, no, we can have TVs. It's not like this building is not like anything you see on TV because it's Colorado. Nobody ever locks down. Everybody gets hair done. It's just that I'm on such for safety, not for me, but because of how my case was prepared. You see what I'm saying? That's why. That's why I'm only 45 minutes, and they put me in this residential thing because what they're trying to do is get this. a psychiatrist and like mental health treatment. They're trying to get like that where you can be out all day, because the rest of these people in here, that's why I'm out so early. They're out all day. They walk around all day long, and then you can go get a dog program, and you can train the dog. You train them for like veterans and disabled kids and stuff like that. But like I can't do anything like that until they can clear me on security. It's just
Wait, what?
I can't do. And you can train the dog. You train them for like veterans and disabled kids and stuff like that. But like
So you train the dogs. She had to train the dogs for disabled kids and veterans. No. I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think they should be around at all. What do you mean, Marge? Where's the... Sorry, I was looking at another screen. What trolls? What's going on? No, she has no remorse. Letecia has... What's the word? Like, she's in her mind made herself... She knows what she's done, but she's come to terms with it to where she's the victim in the situation. Like, I don't think she's accepted it. Like, okay, it's hard to use even the word accepted, Jesse, because she knows what she did. She knows. I just think that she's convinced herself she had reason and it's justified. That's what it is. I think she genuinely believes it's justified. So it's not like, oh, you don't know what you did. You don't accept that. No. She knows what she did. But in a way, she's justified it to where it's not this horrific, horrible thing. I don't see it. That's a hard one because I don't think she believes her own lies. She knows they're lies. But I think it's a hard one. It's a hard one. She doesn't believe the lies, but she believes she's the great mom. She believes she did everything for those kids. She believes that, so she doesn't believe the certain lies, but she believes other lies. You know what I mean? Right, Tess. Okay, Michelle, have a wonderful night. Yes, RT. So it's not like it, and it's hard to like find the words to correctly portray it because she knows what she did. She knows she killed Gannon. She knows she knows exactly what happened. She knows what actions she took. But she has justified it in her mind to where those actions are not actions of a horrible monster who did it with bad intentions. Her actions were she was a victim who was pushed to the point of basically no choice. And it was actually, she's been driven to this point, like, and so she's not accepting it like that. She does not see a monster. She does not see a murderer. No. No. And that's the part that because at the end of the day, we all have our inner voice, right? And at the end of the day, when nobody's looking, when you don't have to put on the show, when you're not interacting with anybody, it's just Letecia in that cell. Well, I don't know if she has a cellmate, but like in that bed at night, it's just Letecia in bed, and it's just her in her head, and she knows, and you can't hide from yourself. And that's when I want to know, like, Tisha, you know what you did. But I think this is the part where the lying, when you lie this much, you almost, and I don't want to use the word dissociate, when you lie to this extent, and her lying did not just start at the time of the murder, she's been lying her whole life. She's gotten so far and far and far and far and farther away from reality. And so I think she's learned coping mechanisms, and she's learned where a normal person would sit there and think, oh, I'm left here now to think, what did I do? Like, I got to make this right. I think she's learned how to cope with her inner voice. And I think she's learned how to push away those thoughts and not even acknowledge them. And I think she's learned when she does not want something to be the truth, she will not acknowledge it as the truth, even to herself. So, not only will she not publicly acknowledge that she killed Gannon, I do not think internally to herself she will really acknowledge she killed Gannon. She will not let herself, it's kind of like what Grusing even said, she will not allow herself to even acknowledge, when was the last time you saw Gannon? What was he doing? What did you see? She will not let herself access that core memory. She will not tap into it. Not because she can't, but because she learned not to do it. She lives in a bunch of these memories she's created, these false lies, these storylines, and the way she's able to get up every day and smile and pretend to go on and not be a monster is she will not access any of the truth. She lies to herself. She lives in make-believe. That's why the lying is so fascinating, because she still knows, but she's choosing to lie to even herself. And thank you, Marge Bun, by the way. Letecia is discussing teaching Harley. Yeah. No, she did not. Her lawyer, I read the article 2 episodes ago. Well, in the other series. She lied even to her lawyers.
I can't do anything like that until they can clear me on security. It's just probably going to be a year or two before they can clear me on security. You know what I mean?
Okay. Your daddy was supposed to send you some money. Did you get any money from Kenny?
I haven't gotten anything yet. Only thing I got is yours. And I spent that because I got shoes. Because I had to have shoes and stuff.
Now, listen, one ain't going to to you, and please don't take this the wrong way, sweetheart. Because, you know, I love you, and I'm going to do what I can for you.
Yeah.
When we hang up, I'm going to call Jade, and I'll send you some money, okay?
Okay.
You're only allowed a certain amount of money. And I'm going to send you $500 this woman. This is for you only. Now
don't worry, I don't
gotta be sparing. You got to be sparing these. So if you get a TV, you know you're gonna only have a certain amount left for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you do it before the time is up, I think the 30 days. Because I'm always here 30 days. They're not gonna take the 20% out. So if you do it before then, they don't take the 20%.
What do you mean? Oh, if I do it today?
Well, if you do it before...
If I put $500, if I put it in there today, so you won't be okay.
Right, because they're going to eventually start... They make everybody here pay 20% of everything they get. You have to pay housing. You have to pay living. Yeah. I know, it's crazy, huh? Yeah.
Nobody around here can believe that they're having you to do all this.
I can send it to you in the handbook. I can send it to you in the handbook. Matter of fact, I'll send it to you so you can show them and be like, okay, whatever.
No, I would like to have the handbook with rules and regulations. I don't know how to go about getting one.
Well, you know, that might be your opinion. You can't say anything for certain, Marge. You know, you got to say, in our opinion. But there is a dark shadow that walks with her daily, Little Red Riding Hood, and the day's gonna come where she's gonna have to pay for what she's done, you know? And she was illiterate per the intake at jail. Allie was just telling me that. How crazy is that? They marked her illiterate. Illiterate. How funny is that? But not once. Amber just said she's going to put $500 on JPay. Did you hear her say, thank you? Thank you? No. Well, if you do it quickly, I won't have to pay the 20%. How about thank you? And what the hell does Aunt Brenda do for work? I got to get into that business, please.
I'll get someone to make a copy, and then I'll send you a list of the stuff we can order. The stuff we can order, I'll send you that list too, a copy.
Yeah,
that way you have it.
Just tell them that I need it, so you'll have it. And I can tell, you know, she can only get it through the commissary, but she has this and has that and the other. I did write you a little letter. My fingers got off the right to send it to bed right now. That I hope you can read it. And update on what's going on around me.
Stephanie says, I obtained a bachelor in psychology and I'm not diagnosing her. No, of course, in any way, shape, or form. However, based on my observations of her behavior definitely exhibits possible psychopathy deficiencies. I would love to have you up on panel, Stephanie, anytime, not, you know, like to diagnose whatsoever, but just somebody who's familiar in the field, to have a conversation about certain things that you observe. I would absolutely love that. And I've kind of been asking and shouting out for anybody in the field who would like to come up and have a conversation, because that would be awesome. And we could plan it out. All you'd have to do is email me. No pressure, but it fascinates me, and I just really want to have an understanding of it. Oh, you too, Kathy. Anybody who has, well, Taz, what? Seriously. Again, shouting out to anybody who is educated in this field, okay, and would be willing to come up one day, plan it out in advance, and have a conversation. Maybe we could have multiple people in this field come up and just have a conversation, not to diagnose or anything, obviously, but just, hey, having experience in the field, maybe from different angles of the field too, and have a conversation of what you think with your experience. Like, what do you observe? What are your thoughts? I would love to have that type of conversation, and just to hear everybody's thoughts and perspectives, because I think that would be super interesting. Katrina, no, I already take that spot. No, I'm kidding. I think it would be really, really awesome. Karen, that would be awesome. Oh, really, real John Doe? Oh my gosh. Where have you guys been? Where have you guys been? Seriously, email me. Anybody who would be willing to come up and have a discussion, like a panel, just to discuss what we observe and your experience in the field and what your thoughts are. This is my email, and I would absolutely appreciate it, because the lying and her behavior is so fascinating, and it's so intriguing, and I'm not educated enough, or I don't have any degrees in that field, so I'd appreciate it. Exactly, Jesse.
You know,
I sent you another letter.
And I just put Jenny's phone number on there.
Okay.
If you haven't got no money from Jenny,
I haven't yet, no.
Because she told me she sent you a letter, and she put those forms in the letter. Sandra did.
Oh, me too, me sissy mom.
What? Oh,
she got them in her letter. She printed them off.
Okay.
And she says, I'll send them to her. And I said, please do. She said, I did. She said,
okay, might be on the way.
And Kenny said that we're going to take turns sending you money. He's going to send it to you one every 2 weeks, and I'm going to send you some every 2 weeks.
Okay. And if I can get my tax money, I'll have that for a while. You know what I mean?
Well, once you get that done, that won't be so bad. I did call the attorney and asked about your belongings. And they still have your belongings. Now,
and don't forget, I think Crime Curious told us at the one facility she spent over $5,000 on her commissary. Like, how much money can you go through? And not once did she say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is ridiculous. Give her nothing. As you're sitting, God, I cannot. Not at all, real John Doe. And I could even do a practice private one before a live, like, if somebody doesn't know how to get up, I could do it practice one privately to figure it out.
The attorney I talked to, I think his name was Baker.
Yeah, Baker.
Oh, Baker. Baker said, as far as he knows, there is no rings or anything on any of that stuff.
No, the rings and all that is at the El Paso facility. That's where all my personal stuff is at. That's where they have to release
I asked him about the personal stuff, and he said stuff they didn't have nothing but books and this. And I said, that's fine, I'll get that. So Josh was out of town, And so I left word with Baker to have Josh to call me to talk to him about that and everything. And he said he would, and I believe he will. Josh is good about calling me.
Yeah.
So I figure when Josh calls, I'll ask.
Elena, Aunt Brenda said that she had given Harley a ring, and she said that Harley had a ring that Al had given her.
Him about the stuff that's in evidence, and I did ask about that. And Baker
he'll
told me
probably
he
know
really
more.
didn't know what all.
He'll probably know more.
Huh?
Like, I have the evidence sheet paper, and it's 2 rings, all kinds of stuff in there. 2 diamond rings, and a box of jewelry.
They asked what all did you have. He had
Box of jewelry. She did it again. Box of jewelry. Okay. Is that what she came in with, or is that like just her possessions in totality, I wonder? Oh, wouldn't it, Stephanie? I would love it. I would love to have all of you guys. That'd be awesome. It's Letecia and Harley. I guarantee Letecia and called Brenda when she wasn't in jail. No, of course no, she wouldn't have. Yeah. Oh, Aunt Brenda probably receives monies from her late husband. That's true, yeah. And wasting it all on Letecia. That's like a lot of money. Think about like a few $100s every month in expenses. That's a lot. It adds up.
They asked me, did I know what all they had? And I said, well, to be honest with you, no.
Yeah.
I said, no, I don't. And I'm thinking to myself, do you think Albert could have went in there and got that stuff?
No.
Could Harley
Because they would have had to give me, like, it's listed under my name. There's stuff that was listed under his name, and there was stuff that was listed under my name. He wouldn't be able to go do that. They were supposed to give me forms. No, they would have had to flew out there, and they would have had to have forms right after I got here, and it would have been signed over to them. But see, I got the power of attorney for you, but I'd have to go back in with the case manager, and she could notarize it. That's the only thing I have left to do. Because I got a new case manager since I got moved. So what I'm going to do is have her put the power of attorney in there. I'm going to have her put the paper in there about the stuff we buy. And then when I meet with her again, I'll see if she's allowed to talk to you. You see what I'm saying? Because now that I'm in the residential treatment, we have the same case manager person.
Oh, and I need power over your health.
So I put all that on the paperwork.
I need you to take all of that away from Harley. I need power of attorney, including your health.
Yeah, so I put all that on the paperwork.
You just make sure in case something happens to you and somebody's got to make a decision. Somebody, me, or your daddy. You need at least 10. Wait, let me tell you about 10. You can't cry with you, girl. He loves you regardless, he said. I didn't even cry. He said if he would have known a lot of this stuff, it would have never happened when you were coming home.
That's because it most likely, I'm not going to say it didn't happen. I don't know what happened when she was a child, and I can't say for certain that her stepfather wasn't abusive. But what I can say is that what she put forward at trial is not the reason behind her murdering Gannon. That is bullshit. That is a lie. And you turning this around and somehow becoming the victim, in Gannon's own murder, you can't get more of a narcissist than that. Hi, Lucia. Hi, Allergic. You are the murderer. You are not the victim. If this... So you're telling me this abuse all of a sudden triggered this episode to occur where you saw Gannon in a cape on the bed and you accidentally shot him because you thought it was your stepfather in this mental flashback state? Well, what about the Google searches? Even if we're going to entertain any of that abuse happened, what about, I don't like my stepson? That doesn't fit in with that narrative. You are not the victim of Gannon's murder.
Yeah.
But see, your mom kept you away from Kenny.
Oh, I know that part.
So you can't hold nothing against Kenny.
I've already told my dad I didn't
Yeah,
hold,
but I didn't know your mama was that way. You know, brothers turned Dakota, Julie, Jade, and all of them against me.
Yeah. Well, that's, that's what they do.
That.
My mom hasn't even talked to me. She hasn't even tried to help me with anything. Nothing.
What do you expect? My mom hasn't tried to help me with anything, with nothing. Letecia, your brother took the stand and he broke down in tears because not only did you bring the entire family shame and disgrace, you also inadvertently involved them because he offered to help move the suitcase that, little did he know, had Gannon's body in it. He was there. He saw you struggling with it. You told him it was softball equipment. Do you know how traumatizing that is? To now know that was that little boy's body decomposing right there. He came that close to it. And you're sitting here saying, she won't do anything for me. She's not buying me a TV. They want nothing to do with you, rightfully. Rightfully so. You brought shame and humiliation on your family's name. And you know what? That might not mean much in today's world, but going back like a long ass time, centuries and centuries, that's all you had. And bringing shame on your family's name was like the biggest thing ever. You brought shame and disgrace and humiliation on your family's name. Let that sink in. They cannot walk around with their head held high either. You took their lives from them too. They will never go back to living normal lives. Because if you think that you're the only one being judged, you're not. They're being judged too. So you could sit here and stomp your feet as if you're looking for your mom just because you want the relationship. We hear how you talk about your own daughter. You're sitting here stomping your feet. Why? Because you just want TV? You want your commissary money? You're not looking for the relationships anyway.
So if she'll do that to her child, she'll do that.
Oh, you want to talk about what moms will do to their child? What moms will do to their children? You have no room to say a word about what a mother could do to their child. Can you believe her? If a mom could do that to her child, as she's sitting in prison for the rest of her life for the brutal murder and disposal of her stepchild. Again, please, someone educated in the field, tell me how the fuck someone's brain could work like this. The lack of self-awareness. You can't make this shit up. You can't.
To anyone.
But what I'm saying is, I'm having similar to your mama.
You have what?
Hey, I don't care
Yes,
what nobody
Nicole.
says.
Hey, Hemi.
You have what for my
If
mom?
you come up to me, like, I've always been there for your mama.
Yeah.
If your mama would come up to me and ask me for anything, I'd give it to her.
Oh, I know. I know you would, but my mom doesn't have the capability of loving people and showing love and compassion and all that.
Oh, really? Well, if that's true, we know where you get it from then. Your mom doesn't know? Doesn't have the ability to show love and compassion? Doesn't know how to love people? What's your excuse? Again, Letecia lies to herself. Oh, welcome, Hemi. Thank you so much for becoming a member again. We're happy to have you part of the channel. Letecia lies to herself. It's not just about lying to everybody else. Letecia has convinced herself when nobody else is looking. She convinced her inner voice. You guys know what your inner voice is. She's convinced her own self. No, but she's the victim. She's the victim. She was this loving, amazing stepmom. Like, you have no idea how hard it is. Step-parents, you don't understand. Texting the lead detective at 2:30 in the morning on this case. You don't understand how hard it is. Us step-parents, we just have it so hard. But please tell us more about how your mom doesn't know how to love or show compassion. What did you do with Gannon's body again? What did you text Al and Landon while they were searching for their baby? Please tell us more about love and compassion. I need to hear it from Letecia Stauch.
But she doesn't. Maybe she does with Dakota. That's why he's so whatever, and he's blindsided by it.
Dakota's got a temper. You knew when we were out there at the motel, he broke on me. He broke on me, and I told him, I said, that's the thing for you to do, so go ahead and hit me, baby. And we were at the motel.
Yeah.
I mean, Dakota's got a temper. Like,
I know.
On you.
I know. He's got anger problems.
He does have anger issues.
I mean, look at
He
his
has
blood.
anger issues.
Oh, I know. Look
He
at his blood.
has anger issues. But I was worried about you, and I like I said, I'm down here at the beach. I got my house. I'm moving in my house.
Good.
It closes on the 29th. It's just a small little duplex. It's nothing huge. It's something that I could afford. And it's in Little River. And I got close to family. I do have family from out of state.
Right.
From Baltimore, Uncle JC's family. You weren't around, and Aunt Rose's family.
Oh, thank you so much, Allergic. Well, welcome, Nicole, for becoming a member. We're happy to have you part of the channel. And thank you so much, Allergic, for gifting a membership. Congratulations on whoever received it. That's so kind of you. Sorry, guys, my throat's starting to get really dry. That's so kind of you guys. Welcome, welcome. And Dakota has anger issues? Really? Coming from, I will not call you a woman, coming from the person who killed an 11-year-old child via blunt force trauma, stabbing, and shooting. You want to talk about anger issues? Really? Thank you, Lillard Redding Hood, for being a member for 1 month. Your support so greatly appreciated.
They live down here, and my dentist lives down here, not too far from me. So I'm close to some family, not all my family.
Yeah.
But I'm close enough to who I need to be close to. You know, and everything. So
yeah,
that'll work out good for me.
I know, Hemi, the Rona got me. The coronavirus got me. I'm hoping tomorrow's going to be a better day, though. It's been a few days now.
That way I'm not completely down here solo.
Yeah.
Then.
I know.
So,
they're with you. Probably pretty today, huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty day today. The sun's shining. It's already hot. I'm down here now.
Yeah.
And it's already hot. I wish you were here too. But wherever they put you permanently, I don't care where it's at, wherever they move you permanently, and Brenda's going to be moving there.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
All right, take your bets. Take your bets. We got 60 seconds remaining. Is Aunt Brenda gonna call Letecia humongous? Take your bets now. What do we think? Is Aunt Brenda gonna call Letecia humongous? I don't know. Yesterday on our 60 seconds left, we had, honey, you looked humongous. And Letecia says, I don't know why everybody keeps saying that. I only weighed like 140 something. And Aunt Brenda said, honey, you looked huge. You looked absolutely humongous at trial. So I don't know. We have the 60-second timer on the clock and countdown is about to start. So take your bets. I don't know. What will it be? Dude, that was epic. It was freaking epic. But the lie detector determined that was a lie because the last time we had a weigh-in, she weighed 166, not 140. So Letecia, stop lying to yourself, okay? Stop lying to yourself. Now, yesterday's call, Jessie Lynn is the call that she said, honey, you looked humongous. I'll clip it, though. I'll clip it, and I'll make it a clip so I could pull it up like I do with these.
No.
Yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no.
And so I'll pull it up for tomorrow. But no, we listened to that call yesterday, and it was, you have 60 seconds left. It was like, girl, you look humongous at trial. Your daddy says she ain't fixing to eat nothing. She looked huge. And Letitia's like, I don't know why everybody keeps saying that. I only 140. And she's like, oh no, girl, you looked absolutely huge. All right, I gotta go. Love you. Talk to you later. Holla at you, girl. Bye. It was epic. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I only got 60 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and send you the money, darling, and I love you. And you try to stay in touch. And I put some money on my phone account, too.
Okay, and then I used the free call to call you today, too, so that way we would have to use all the money, because I did have, you get one every month. And I was going to tell you what I'll do is, when I order, I'll just get my copy of the paper and then my receipt and all that. That way, too, I'll have somebody else with a second one in case something happens. I'll have a copy.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
For my TV and all that. I'm a military with the power of attorney, okay?
Okay, I love you.
Okay.
She's saying she loves you, Letecia. And did you even stop and say, thank you? Thank you. Ever since this is like the third call we're going through, and not once with the TV did she say thank you. And poor Auntie B over here is trying to get her love you in. And Tisha's just trying to bulldoze through her about the goddamn TV and the power of attorney. Becky, because Amy Lang was the power of attorney, and I don't know. She's just trying to get her the power of attorney because she was trying to get the few $1,000s without Aunt Brenda knowing about it, so she could cry poor and have Aunt Brenda send money on top of it. But then that didn't work out, and so she had to switch the paperwork back over to Aunt Brenda. But you don't even bother to say thank you. Hello, you better say I love you back.
One in case something happens. I'll have a
You have 30 seconds remaining.
for my TV and all
Okay,
that.
I love.
I'm a military with the power of attorney, okay?
Okay, I love you, baby.
Love you too. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
In this call,
She's such a I don't know if that's her third. I know it's her second. Well, I don't know if it's her third. I'm not sure. I know it's her second transistor radio. It's her second transistor radio. Yeah, she even said, "Oh, my daddy's working more, so he can send me more money. He's on his 183rd toilet, so he can send me more." I've never hated someone so much in my life. I really haven't. She's just and that's just 5 months ago, guys. That's just 5 months ago. 5 months ago. People like her end all alone with all their money. They finally learn money is worthless when they are alone in some hospital bed. Yeah. But you know what? Like, if it wasn't for her giving Letecia money, Letecia would be fucked. So just cut her off. She doesn't she already I hate people who get by and never learn a lesson. Letecia desperately needs to learn a lesson. Teach her her lesson. Cut her off. Cut her off. But no, she's still just whatever. But all right, guys. So that was episode 1 for the jail files. I have episode 2 scheduled for tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that your notifications are scheduled. Again, this is separate from the case files. So do not get confused if all of a sudden you see a live schedule that says like the case files episode 16 and you're like, wait, but we're only on episode 3. The jail files and the case files are separate. The case files are the case files of the investigation. The jail files are the incidents and whatever happened once she was incarcerated and actually at the facilities. So episode 2 for the jail files is scheduled tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So I hope to see you all here for that time. And thank you all so much for being here with me. Thank you for anybody who had gifted memberships or sent super chats. Your support is so greatly appreciated. Thank you for taking some time and spending it with me. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday night. It's Friday, right? Sorry, the sickness is going to my head. I think it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday night, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. So I will talk to you all soon. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your night.